Hello. So today I'm going to be talking about how to find OEM parts for your car for the same price or less than you would pay for an aftermarket car an aftermarket part for your vehicle from like a local parts store. Because you can oftentimes, especially for consumables like filters, you can find the OEM part for the same price or less, believe it or not, than an aftermarket copy. So here we go. Let me show you around and give you a couple of examples of some prices so that you can see what I'm speaking about. Hello folks, so today I'd like to speak to you about getting parts for your vehicle. Did you know that you can actually quite often get the original OEM part for the same or less price than you would pay for a copy like aftermarket part or whatever from a national outlet or even from like eBay or wherever. This is probably kind of something I've figured out over time, looking around for information and for pricing, but I just thought I'd give you a couple of examples. So for example, I have a 2018 Audi A3. So here it is on the website we're on right now is the official Audi parts website. So this is the place to start to find the actual part number of the OEM part that you want for your vehicle. So today I'm going to look at this 2018 Audi A3 Premium Plus, which like I said, is my vehicle. So let's say I want to replace the cabin air filter, and I'm like, I want to find out the price and the part number. So I put in cabin air. Oh, first of all, of course, you've got to go over here and select your vehicle. So you can either add a new vehicle, the usual thing, typical on a website to make sure you're getting the correct fit. But this being the official Audi website, of course, you're going to get the genuine part number and it's going to be a guaranteed fit. So if I put in here cabin air filter for this Audi, and then I can either scroll down, click it here, or just hit enter. So I hit enter, and here we go. I've got the different things, air filter cover. Of course, I don't want any of those. So here's what I want, the cabin air filter right here. So let's view product. So this looks like what I need. And here, right, see here is a part number. That's going to be important, so we'll look at that in a minute. So right now here I can see that the dealer price, here it's given me the nearest one in my area, which is Audi downtown LA, $30.62. Shipping is going to be, what I like is they'll allow you to estimate the cost. So if I click here, oh, that didn't help. Okay, forget that. But apparently they're going to add $15 if I do a local pickup. But what I can also do is, if I don't want to drive down to downtown LA, which I probably don't with traffic and everything else, I can click there, and then I can go to not your local dealer, and then I can go down here and see all dealers and see what it. So the closest one to me is this one right here. So if I select that one, it's going to give me the price at that dealership. So let's go back now to, yeah, there we go, it's updated here. So let's go back here to, sometimes a little funky, so let me go, let me do reselect the vehicle, just to be sure I got the right one, and then cabin filter again. So here we go. So this one is actually only $22.41 from the dealer that's nearer to me. And I could, well, it says estimate cost here, but I could actually call them and do a local pickup. So I'm paying $22.41 there. Now here's another hack that you can try. Now I've got the part number. I know that Audi is also part of Volkswagen. There's Volkswagen Audi group, and there's similar groups. Obviously there's Toyota and Lexus, and some of these parts, particularly like filters and whatever, are interchangeable. So instead of paying the Lexus price, for example, you could probably maybe find the Toyota part, similar to what I'm doing here. So once you've got the part number, if I copy that, I have open here the VW website. So if I go to, I've already got it selected here, but if I didn't want to do that, I just go paste it in here. This time I don't know what vehicle it's common with, so I'm not going to specify a vehicle. I'm just going to leave it general and just search on the part number, which I've copied from the Audi details right here. So I paste that in there, hit search, give it a minute, and hey ho, I got the exact same thing. This one actually is $22.96 now. The interesting point here is that the Audi OC is doing it for a lower price, but if you remember the part before that from LA, Audi of downtown LA, $30.62. So in this case, if I'd seen the price of $30.62, I go to the Volkswagen website, I'm going to save money, and it's going to drop down to $22.96. So I've now got the option. In fact, there's a local pickup option here, and this particular dealer is actually even nearer to me than the Audi of OC, which was back here. That was the $22 one. I won't bother waste time going back to that. So there we go, $22.96. Now let's compare that to, you can also find OEM parts. So for example, if you Google OEM Audi parts, you'll be able to find dealers for Toyota, Mopar, all of those manufacturers. And here I can see that the this particular website that sells genuine Audi parts is charging me $23.66, but then I'm probably going to have to pay shipping on that. So I like to find the local dealer and pick it up. So I'll go around the Volkswagen and Audi dealers, find out which is the cheapest. And right now, the one that's closest to me would probably be this Volkswagen equivalent at $22.96. I can pick it up, so I just got to pay sales tax. So there we go, $22.96. Keep that in mind. So that's actually cheaper than ordering it through this online site and having it shipped. Then if I go to, so for example, then say if I did an eBay search. So here we go, I put the same part number in here, Control V, there we go. And if I put, the problem with eBay, of course, is they're going to have a bunch of copies. So I usually put in genuine OEM, see what comes up. So here we go, see $32, $32, $28, $24. Okay, this one's free shipping, 24 bucks plus tax. But again, none of these are, well, some of them are significantly more expensive, and you've got to keep that in mind. You think that eBay, and the same thing goes with Amazon, they think they may be cheaper. They can quite often for vehicle parts be more expensive. Now this $24.24 is still more expensive than the $22.96. So that's the eBay options. And like you say, some of these, look, the genuine ones, they usually are correct. And then you've got to watch out, of course, this one's got $24 shipping, so you just got to sort it for, price and shipping lowest first, whatever. Let's try AutoZone. So I put in here, I've put in my vehicle already. And if I do the same thing, cabin filter for the Audi on AutoZone, just for an example. So they have an STP, which is not obviously the OEM. It may be a pretty good filter. The STP Max and the K&N, which I think that's one of the washable ones, which I don't recommend because they tend to let more dust through. And then there's some cheap one here which has got 1 star for $18.49. The STP, I don't know, maybe that's super basic. Doesn't even actually look the same. But this one, even the basic one here, $23.99, is more expensive than what I've got here at the with the OEM. And of course the advanced one, which is probably more comparable to the OEM. We're comparing $22.96 to either $23.99 or $31.49. So there you go. And the same thing happens, like my daughter has a Fiat 500. They share parts with, well, of course, they're part of Mopar. And you can find I've found the same thing with either buying directly from Mopar online or calling around the local dealer. The Fiat dealer on one, I was trying to get a gasket one time and they wanted $40. Online it was like 20 something, and finally I got the equivalent from the it has equivalent engine with a Jeep, a small Jeep, I forget which model, but again I just was searching on the part number, called the local store, and it was cheaper than the 25 bucks that I'd seen online, and half the price of the Fiat dealer to get the exact same thing from the Chrysler Jeep dealer. So there you go. That's how to get OEM parts for the same price or cheaper than aftermarket. So give the OEM guys a try, and these online, I think they're trying to be more competitive now, so some of these online prices are pretty good. You can see this is marked down from $30 down to $22.96. And if you can find the local pickup and it's close by your place, even better. Then you'll save yourself a few dollars of shipping. So there you go. Good luck with your OEM parts, and thanks for watching.